HEARTBERG Hotel, das Interview der Woche.
And there he is, our, let's say, new assistant coach.
Yeah.
Our assistant coach from France.
Yes. One of the youngest assistant coach I ever met.
In the whole world.
Yeah.
The assistant coach maybe who learned from one of the best coaches in the world, let's say so.
Of course.
Who took the other way around.
Yeah.
A very famous way.
Yeah.
But now from place X to place Y.
Yes.
And now I think he's in the right place.
Yeah.
In the right spot.
Yes, of
right
course.
Position.
Yeah. And he fits like a turnshoe.
Yes, it's a famous English saying.
Yeah.
And since he's there,
Yeah.
the Baskets are having a playoff spot.
Yes.
Yeah?
That's true.
So let's welcome him. It was time. Our assistant coach, Thomas
Pennellier.
Dankeschön, guys. Appreciate the description like this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thomas, we talked when you arrived. We talked and we had some chats. And you told me, you both, Kumbi and you're the famous guys all over the world. Everybody's watching and hearing the HEARTBERG Hotel.
Yes.
So you followed the HEARTBERG Hotel before?
Yes, before, like when I got the first touch with Bonn. So I tap on YouTube, I was curious, like Telecom Baskets Bonn. And then I found like HEARTBERG Hotel. So I look at all the podcasts in English. I try to find the one in English. So the one with Leo, I watched this first one because he's assistant coach talking in English. So for sure I watched this one. And I think I watched probably one with the US guy. I don't remember who was it, but yeah, HEARTBERG Hotel was famous last year also in France, like 2 years ago.
Of course. Our first guest 3 years ago was Thomas Iserloh. Yeah.
Oh, the first guest ever.
The
first guest ever.
On the first.
Wow.
And the name of the episode, of course, start with a finish, right?
I can imagine Finnish.
Okay.
I learned some English words with Thomas. Not nice words, but I know a couple Finnish words.
Okay, but we know that Thomas can be really rude, so...
Yes.
In Finnish.
Yes, in Finnish.
Finish strong.
Yes.
So this podcast is almost 3 years old, so we developed a lot of traditions and some things we do it in every episode. One of the most famous tradition is that Kumbi, he's the host of the questions, the lord of the questions. He's our journalist in this podcast. I'm only the funny guy. He's the expert. And while he's asking the first question, I will go to our famous kitchen. It's on the -7, so I have a long way to go right now.
-7.
And I brought some traditional food from Bonn and, of course, also from France.
Oh.
From France or from France?
From France for friends.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye, Benny.
So, before we start, Thomas, bienvenue à l'Hôtel HEARTBERG.
Oh.
Ça va?
Ça va, et toi, wie geht's? Gut?
Ja, mir geht's auch. Du sprichst Deutsch?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. Un petit peu?
Un petit peu.
Un petit peu. Alors, la première chose que je veux demander... Ah, non. Les auditeurs ne comprennent rien. So we do it in English. It's more easier. But you understand it.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to know is how was your way to become a basketball coach? Did you play basketball yourself, or what's your way to the basketball? Because you're not the biggest guy.
Yes, I'm not the biggest guy. I started playing basketball when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
At the same time as soccer. Oh, Croissant. At the same time as soccer.
Okay.
And then I continued playing soccer and basketball until the age of 11. And then you need to go to, like higher school, like not high school, but like lower level, probably. College.
Yeah.
We call it college in France.
Yeah, okay.
So when you are like 12, 13. Yeah. And then my dad told me, like, you need to choose between soccer and basketball because you need to be also focused on school. So 2 sport plus school, you cannot have good grades. Then my father, like, he saw a couple dads around soccer field, being crazy. And it was not the same like in basketball. So he pushed me a little bit into basketball. So I continued playing basketball until the age of 15 when I moved to another club to play at a higher level, like kind of regional liga.
Okay.
I think
Regional Liga,
yes,
yes.
regional liga. When I was like 15, 16. And then I got the privilege to be coached from Elliot DeWitt. So he's like half Belgium, half French, you know. And this guy went to the States to coach. And right now he coaches in the NBA for the Detroit Pistons. Okay. And he's still working in college over there, like as an assistant coach. So he gave me this willing to share knowledge, you know, basketball knowledge. Yeah. So I started coaching when I was 16, 17. And start coaching my little brother team. Mm-hmm. It was really difficult for the first experience, you know, like coaching him. And then when we went back to home, like my little brother was mad, like, Thomas is going harder to me than to the other guys, you know. So he was crying like probably like two times a week because of me, okay. You know. So it was really hard. And
How much younger is he?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years younger. Yeah, 3 years younger.
So
and
he's 17. Today.
17 today, yes.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
I wanted to. So this is right.
Okay. I saw. So then I kept coaching like from U11, U13, U15, only boys. And I continued to get my diploma, a school diploma. So graduated from high school. Yeah. And then I told my mom, like, I want to be like on the court as soon as possible. So I found a way to have like a diploma where you have like 50-50 time in school and on the court, you know, like learning how to be a coach. And then after this year, I tried to do the same as my coach that coached me in U15, like Elliot. Okay. So I went to the States. To be like student assistant. Because of all the rules in America, you still need to be a student to go to America and coach. Yeah. So I went to Texas, small city in Texas, just before COVID-19. I was like going to school from 8 to 11 and then coaching basketball. And this is there like I discover like the whole thing about basketball, you know, scouting, individual training, weight room, going from like 7 hours bus trip, you know. And it was really fun to me, like to discover that because I was not able to play basketball like as a professional. I was not like that good, to be honest. I was small. I was like point guard, like passing point guard, but I was not like that talented, you know, to play at high level. And since the beginning of me dreaming about basketball, my father told me like you need to do a job that you like. Like even if you don't like gain a lot of money, this is like the main time you will spend like in your life. So you need to find your good way, you know. And I say it was basketball. So I will find any way to work in basketball. It didn't work in like as a player. So I tried to find another way like by being a coach.
Okay. So when we talk to, for example, Julius Thomas, when we talk to Marcel Schuh or to Max Becker, and now to you, and I talked to you in the summer when you came to Bonn, all these young coaches have one special character. You feel it that you are a coach, that they are coaches. They are self-confident. Maybe they have a higher perspective on everything. They are quite good to talk to people, to explain things. And I see it also in you. Was it always that way? Also, when we were young, that you were good in explaining things to your teammates or everything else?
I would say yes. Like in every team that I played for, I was the captain. Yeah. So it was like probably something in me, you know. Yeah. And even for the teachers in school, they would tell me like, you will work with people. You will work with people. Of course, I don't know like in which like department. Is it like commercial department or business or communication? But you will work with people because you got this feeling of the people. And maybe it start with that. To be honest, probably from my mom and my dad, like, you know, especially from my mom, she's like a talkative person. And maybe that's the thing that she gave me to become a basketball coach, you know. So
then we know all the history between Paris and Bonn. We don't have to talk about it that much. But 2023, after the Champions League win of Bonn, a lot of players moved from Bonn to Paris. And you were the first guy who chose the way from Paris to Bonn, the other way around. So did you hear about Bonn before the Champions League run? And when did you meet Thomas Isalo for the first time?
To answer the first question, I heard about Bonn because in the French media of basketball, they were talking about like Thomas Isalo, like there is something happening in Germany, like there is a coach, that play with a different kind of basketball. And they put like small article with like 20, 21 lines about it, like couple stats. They play fast, they play with TJ Shorts, this kind of basketball with a lot of ball screen, a lot of transition game. And this is the first time I heard about Bonn, to be honest, like in this way. And the first meeting with Thomas was, so actually I got a phone call with him like at the end of the season when he moved to Paris. And then the first meeting in person with him was a staff meeting. And he showed a PowerPoint with all the differences between all the cultures in the staff. Because in the staff, we got like Adri Medina, he was from Spain.
Yeah.
Kovacs is from Hungary.
Yeah.
Adrian Kovacs from Hungary. Julius from Germany.
Marko Stankovic.
Not Marko Stankovic.
was not in Paris.
He was not in Paris.
Yes,
of course. We talked about Paris. Yeah.
Then Julius from Germany, him from Finland, us from France. So he showed us a PowerPoint with all the difference in work between those nationalities. Like, so he said to all people, okay, here in France, they need to hear thank you to be willing to work even more. So I was impressed. I was impressed that the first meeting was not like even basketball. It was like culture.
Yeah.
Yes, I was impressed a lot.
I have one question, Kumbi,
Yeah.
because we started to talk about basketball tactics. And in 2023, I also saw some YouTube videos and I read something in some basketball sites that Thomas found the cheat code of basketball. Everybody said he found the cheat code. Now he's able to win everything. So, but in the end, my question is, the cheat code, is it still available for other teams? Because I think also the German national team tried to play like this, the same way, or do the other teams have some tools in their hand to beat also this system?
I received like bunch of text the last 2 years about like Thomas Isalo philosophy from people in the States, from people in France, from people from different countries. I received bunch of texts like, can you explain me? But you cannot explain that. Like, people are watching on videos like stuff like pick and roll defense, transition, tagging up, set plays, like, but it starts with practice. And the way like Thomas Isalo was managing practice with his own personality, you cannot do the same. You cannot do the same. If
it's attitude.
It's attitude. It's attitude. It's standards from like off the court, on the court, from the people in the office, like all the standards and the culture that he sets in Paris, in Bonn, in probably in Croissant also at the beginning. It's the why. Is the reason like he found a cheat code, because he was like counting on everyone to do their job. And then like even me in Paris, when I was like doing the scoreboard or doing like sprinting on the floor to clean like wet spot, I was feeling like the main guy. And everyone like in the organization was feeling like the main guy. Even the ticketing office, the owner, the GM, the guy that put the towel at the end of the bench, he was like giving like standards for everyone. And this is because of that everyone was playing good on the court, you know?
Okay. So I brought something.
Yes.
Of course, I had to. I brought some two croissants, and you have to taste them because you have to say if they're good or not.
Of
and
course.
the third one is a special bread from, I think it's our region. It's called Rosinenbrötchen or Süßbrötchen.
This one?
Yeah, but it was
Okay.
cinnamon.
It's with cinnamon.
So, yeah.
With cinnamon.
So try it.
I
And
tried the croissant. I
yeah,
tried the
yeah.
croissant.
Kumi, will you share one croissant?
Yeah, should we share one?
Yeah,
Okay.
give me. I'm very hungry. And
Also möchtest du haben?
yeah,
Komplett?
let's share.
Ach so, okay. Das ist lecker.
This is good. Even good when it's warmer.
Of course. No.
In the morning.
I think en français c'est...
Baguette.
Nee, c'est
Croissant.
croissant, but,
Lekker?
ja, lecker.
Délicieux.
Délicieux.
Délicieux. Yes. I'm learning some German also. So I
You
can
learn
translate.
German?
Yes. Right now I'm 220 days on Duolingo, so I know like couple words. It's still difficult to make sentences, but I'm getting to it.
Yeah, to be honest, it's very difficult to learn German. But I think if anyone is capable of learning German, then it's Thomas Pennellier.
I hope so. Maybe I'm the guy.
So, Kumbi, it's your turn. Then I can eat more. A little bit.
Voll.
Listen,
Yeah.
a little bit too dry, right? A little bit.
Yes.
Do you put it into a café au lait?
Not me. I'm not a big fan of croissant. I prefer pain au chocolat. You know those ones with chocolate inside?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather...
Then small and then big one, no?
Yes.
Pain au chocolat, beignet.
Beignet, yes. On the beach in the south.
Beignet.
Chichi churros, yes. In the south of France, if you
Pan
go.
Vanille Chocolat.
Machst du in Südfrankreich im Urlaub?
I dream of it. So, Kumi, let's talk about basketball.
Yeah, let's talk about basketball. I just want to have one last question from the time of Paris. You were the head coach of the U18
Yes.
team, and are you still in contact with some coaches over there, Julius Thomas or Thomas Isalo, for example?
Yes. I talk with Julius like a lot. Also Adrian Kovacs.
He's in Valencia?
He's in Valencia right now. He's in Valencia. He just got a baby like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Now he's the father.
Yeah.
Different kind of responsibilities. But yeah, I'm still in talk with a couple guys in Paris. Also guys from the youth department, because I was like more involved in the youth department back in Paris also. But yeah, I'm still in touch with Julius. I know he's watching a lot of our games also. Of course, we try to play the same way also like Paris. So he gives us also like kind of advice, and also from us. He asked me some advice like couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I'm still in touch with bunch of guys of Paris.
Is it ich mach like
Bitte,
weiter,
bitte.
wenn es okay ist. Was it this special connection that a lot of players and coaches comes from Bonn to Paris one of the things that makes your decision more easier to move the way around?
Of course. When I got the first talk with Marco and Savo about this possibility, of course I talked with I remember Julius, Thomas, Adri, from everyone. I asked okay, what's about Bonn? Tell me things about Bonn, about the life in Bonn, about the club. About also people working over there, and of course it made my decision way easier, and also for my family to know that this is not also too far away, because my dad is how can I say that in English, he's not working anymore, my dad. So he got a bunch of times he went to visit me for 2 weeks in a row, and my mom is coming for the carnival game, so it's not too far to come. I'm not signing in Greece, it's okay.
Is your family from Paris directly, or your whole life living in Paris?
Yes. I was born in Paris, around Paris, and I was born and raised around Paris, 20 minutes away, which was probably the perfect place for me, because I was more in the campaign, I would say, but also 20 minutes away from Paris and train station and theaters, movies, so it was really perfect for me.
And now in the small town Bonn.
Yes, but it's kind of similar. Kind of similar.
Similar to Paris?
Not similar to Paris, but similar to where I used to live.
Okay.
From 5 minutes away from my home here in Bonn, I can go for a walk in the forest. And to be with the peaceful environment.
Yeah.
So this is similar.
Okay.
So we talked about you growing up in Paris and everything. How did you feel when you had to leave your hometown again? Then
I felt more confident. Why confident? Because when I went to the US when I was 19, this was the first time I left home. So make something to eat, to wash my clothes. I was like new in it, in the States. And now I feel more confident to live alone, to discover another country, a new country. I was never been before in Germany. It was my first time. So I felt like way more confident as a man before as a coach.
Yes, as a man.
As a man.
Yeah. I made some researches, and why did your former colleagues give you the nickname Tag?
Tag up, yes. So basically, by watching Adrian Kovacs, coaching, I was doing the similar job, in Paris in the youth department, because we wanted to play the same way as the pro team back in the days, and I was the one, yelling like Kovacs, like tag, 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 so my players cannot forget to tag up. So yeah, that's why I got this nickname.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about basketball philosophy. So you learned the philosophy from a Finnish coach,
Yes.
right now from a Serbian coach. So what is typical basketball philosophy of a French coach?
Basketball philosophy of a French coach, let's say we want to play fast also, but every coach basically in basketball wants to play fast, because we got bunch of players in France that can play this type of basketball, playing fast. Being aggressive in defense also, it's something like related to French players also. I was also playing like this with my U18. But what are the difference between French coaches? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Probably we are, let's say, more open to the players, I would say, like in terms of like talking to the players.
Not too strict?
Not too strict, I would say.
More gentle?
And it's probably like a plus, but also a minus.
Okay.
Depends of what you.
But I think that is typical of a French person, or if I see a typical French person in front of my visual eyes, and so I think that they are very, not so loud. They're very
calm.
Mm-hmm.
Very calm. They're very gentle. They're very. So because maybe also because of the language they talk, they hear this.
Yes.
This sounds not so hard or something like that. For example,
I mean, depends of where in which region you come from in France. Probably the same in Germany, you know. But in Paris, we got this reputation that when there is like tourists, like you are like a little bit shy, a little bit mad, like you don't want tourists in Paris, you know. And if you go to the south, probably Benny, you know, like if you go to the south, they are like more welcome, you know. They open you like with a big smile, and they try to talk to you even if they don't talk like any English. They try to welcome you like with open arms, you know. And I would say like depends of the region in France, you know, I would say.
So we talked about it. You're a young guy, but you are a coach, and maybe you have the same age like the players, or sometimes you are even younger.
Yes.
Is it quite hard to get the respect you earn as a coach?
I would say not in France, but more like overseas in a general manner, because try to, as a coach, it's difficult like in English to send the same message probably with less emotions, you know. I think if I'm talking in French to someone, it's like way easier for me to send the message like, okay, you need to do this, or better you do this. Than in English, it's kind of difficult. It was difficult at the beginning of the season, to be honest. But right now, I think I'm picking up. It's still hard, like maybe to find this connection with certain players, because they doubting for sure. They're doubting like, okay, this guy is 25, does he know basketball? You know, of course, this is like human nature, you know. But with some other players, they respect me a lot, like as a basketball coach, like even asking questions, and this is something like for me that give me like a bunch of confidence to like do even more in this way.
Is there something like a role model for you in this way of being a coach?
I would say role model. With this age, I would say Julius. Julius Thomas is for sure a role model for me, because he's young. He's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of like going crazy at any player. And I think like trying to be like as not crazy, but as free as him, like talking to players, even if you are young. I think this is like for sure someone I look to up, you know.
Would you say that you're a basketball nerd too, like Thomas?
Basketball nerd, yes and no. I think like when I heard like basketball nerd, I'm thinking like only a guy that know about stats, you know. And I'm not only a guy like a basketball coach that know about stats. I want to be also recognized in the future as a head coach, you know, as a basketball coach, and not only like by a guy that know numbers or know like all the set plays, like, you know, like I want also to be recognized like as a head coach. So right now, for sure, I was not like a professional basketball player. So you need to build up on something to enter this professional level as basketball. So of course I try to learn like some basketball stats to be involved more in the staff, you know.
So let's talk about the current season.
Yes.
Right now we are on the 5th place in the BBL, and from the view or the perspective of a coaching staff member, what are your thoughts of our result right now? The 5th place is well deserved.
I would say yes. Yes, I think BBL this year, in my opinion, I think BBL this year is like really open. If you see Trier is moving to Pro A to BBL, doing like amazing season. Jena is doing good job also. With also like all the European teams like Chemnitz, they struggle a little bit, and with us we got a rough start, to be honest, with injuries, with like also like bunch of new guys learning the league, the physicality, to be adapted to the physicality of the league. And I would say like to be in this place right now at the 5th place over over Chemnitz, to be close to Würzburg, to Alba, I think we are good. I think we are in good situation right now, with 3 home games coming before FIBA break. We already play Bayern twice. There is like Ludwigsburg, they still need to play Bayern twice also. So I think we are in a good position right now.
So you said before, the next three games are home games. So against teams from the lower part of the BBL, is this dangerous, or is it a big chance to go on a long winning streak and to protect the good position in the BBL?
Let's say it's more dangerous. We got more to lose than to win on those games.
We had the same situation before Rostock, right?
Yes,
so it's dangerous.
yes. Of course, before Rostock, when you look at our schedule, you say, okay, you play 2 times Rostock and then 3 times home. Maybe if we do like 5-0, we can be there. And no, you need to take like one game at a time. And Jena is a tough opponent. Hamburg is doing way better right now with 5 wins in a row, Euro Cup and BBL.
Yes.
And then, okay, Vesta is struggling a little bit right now, but let's see, they are doing right now roster changes. So maybe they are completely different when in 2 weeks. So, I mean, let's see. For sure, it's way easier to play in the dome than away. And of course, we will start the game like with the willing to win.
So, I just want to pick up one word he said.
Please, it's your category.
So right now we can maybe we can talk about the roster changes. We
Yes.
also add one little piece to get more in this position to protect this position in the BBL. So we add, what's the first name? Jalen Finch.
Yes.
So can you tell us something about him? What we can expect from him?
Jalen is he's a point guard, like combo guard, scoring guard, lefty. So which is good for our team to have like different ended side, you know. He will bring us like some versatility in offense. Also like more options in our roster right now because we got like 7 imports. So we will need to put like 1 imports like on the side, let's say. So he's coming from Brussels, from 2 years in Brussels where he was like only improving. He's only like 3 years overseas. So 3 years ago he was still playing college. Wherever he went, like also in college in Brussels, he won a lot of games. So this is also something for us to take in account. So For sure, at the beginning, it will be tough for him to adapt because we are right now in the beginning, like in the middle of the season, but not like Patrick Ekman was coming for the FIBA break. So Patrick Ekman like got bunch of practice before playing his first game also. So let's see. Right now, he's only practiced like 2 times with us. Let's see tomorrow, and let's see like if he's playing or not on Saturday.
After Jena, then there's a special game waiting for us, the famous Karnevals
The famous
game.
one.
Did you hear about the Karnevals game anything before your time here in Bonn? And what did your colleagues, Marco and Leo, tell you about the famous Karnevals game?
I heard about carnival games last year.
Oh, okay.
Last year when I was doing my research, and was watching all the resumes like on YouTube after every game. And I think last year was against Rostock, right? No, or 2 years ago,
Rostock, and the year before, Ulm.
Yes, so it was Rostock. And when I watched this resume, I saw like bunch of colors in the stands. I said, okay, what's up, what's up?
Okay,
so
good,
I went on social media, and watching the description on Instagram, like, okay, it was carnival game. And then at the beginning of the season, and like since also 2 weeks, Leo told me like, you're gonna see, and I expect the crowd going crazy.
Yes.
My mom is coming to town.
Yeah.
Does she have a costume?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. I know. I tell her like, you cannot enter the gym if you are not dressed up.
Yes.
And my little sister is also coming,
Very
so
good.
she will play the game. To be dressed up, maybe as a French people. I don't know what
Maybe.
will be the costume. I don't know, but of course I can't wait to see like the atmosphere in carnival games because we checked. And I think Bonn probably lost like 1 game in carnival games.
Two of
games.
16 or something.
2 of 16. That's
2 out of
crazy.
16,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So very, very good position in the Carnival
Is there
game.
something like Carnival in French?
Not at all. Not at all. Yes. Not at all. Yes.
So you
Because
will see.
these guys don't need this special thing to be happy, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true.
Let's talk about the rest of the season. Now we're on the 5th position, and of course the table is very, very close, and we have 1 or 2 games more than some other teams. But what are the goals for the rest of the season, especially now with the new guy, Jalen Finch? Do we want to take the chance right now and say, okay, now or never, let's go into the playoffs, or what are the goals?
Of course. The main goal since the beginning of the season is to do the playoff, maybe with the playoff directly with the top 6 or with the play-in, to be able to regain like European competition spot.
Yeah.
So this is the main goal for us.
This is super important for the...
Yes. I think like when you are Bonn and you won the BCL a couple years ago, of course, this is different team and different setup, but we want to put Bonn back in Europe. Maybe it's, I don't know which competition, but we need to be able to compete for those tickets, because I know in BBL it's about tickets. So we will do our best to be in the top 6, which is going to be tough.
It
of
will
course.
be tough, of course. Yeah.
Bayern, Alba, Würzburg, Trier, they are doing like really good job in front of us. Of course, Ulm struggle. Ulm is signing also players, so they want to also move back into the top 6. So we got the chance right now to play only 1 competition, because we are out of Pokal and we don't play any European competition. Chemnitz is still playing competition and they advance. Ulm also. So we got this little advantage against those teams that we can be more focused, let's say, on BBL.
I have one last question on the season and the tactics. Did you experience in your coaching career that the team was able to win the games, especially over their defense? Have you experienced like this team was able to?
Not recently. I remember one team when I was in USA. They were playing like really, really great defense, but they didn't win like trophies, And lately in the basketball, like in the modern era, like offense also like they prevails over defense. Every time offense is better than defense. You can see like I don't know, EuroLeague like Fenerbahce or all those teams, like okay, they play good defense, but offense was way better, So this is the first time, I'm in a team like where defense is the key point of this team, of a team, So it's good for my experience to go through that. And also we got personal. We got the players.
It's also attitude.
It's also attitude, but it's also like the way of the roster is built.
Yeah.
And like in the summer with Marco and Leo, we were talking about this, like to build a roster where we can rebound the ball. I know it was like one of the key points last year, and also to be able to play defense.
Yeah.
And I think we got pretty much success right now with defense.
With this thing, of course.
And Kumbi has the most important question everybody needs to know in Bonn.
Yes. Where in Bonn can you find the best baguettes?
Oh, the best baguette. I don't know, but I know that my father went to a bakery like in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Near, more over the north in my neighborhood. Yes, there is like good baguette, but also like those big breads, not like really baguette, but those big breads like with a bigger slice, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like eating all those like big breads like when my father was here like a couple months ago.
I will tell you after the podcast, there are 1 or 2 French cafes in the town.
Yes, I spot one near the big place in Bonn, in the city center.
Yeah.
And when I was like walking, I saw like French words. I say, oh, okay, maybe there is like a French
maybe
bakery, you know.
I will show you.
Yeah, okay.
It's very tasty. So then now the podcast gets very dangerous for you.
Oh.
Because now the funny part is over. We have a category which is called in French how?
It's 24 secondes.
Le 24 seconds, 24 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, we saw it in several games that the 24 seconds are very important for the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the clock.
Yes,
So,
especially the clock lately.
We come to this category.
24 seconds.
So, another tradition is Kumbi. He's the host of the rules, and he explains the rules, how this category works.
So we have 24 seconds, like the game is called.
Okay.
And you will get 24 this or that questions.
Okay.
For example, cats or dogs, and you have to make a decision. You can't skip, and you can't say both, and you can't say a third thing.
Oof.
And we just have 24 seconds, so we have to be very fast.
Very fast. It's very dangerous.
Super fast.
It's very dangerous. And some
I'm scared now.
Many players and coaches were super annoyed and
Yeah.
cried and ran away.
Really?
yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
So-
Not everyone.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Also, Thomas Isolo did this.
Really?
24
Really?
seconds, Yes. So, and Kumbi starts.
Euro Cup victory or my Kalin victory?
What's this? Me, Saline?
Michelin victory.
Michelin.
Oh, that's a good one. Euro Cup victory, of course. Of course.
Eiffel Tower or Post Tower?
Eiffel Tower.
Starter or from bench?
From the bench.
Why?
I think they are the most important players.
Okay. Basketball or soccer?
Basketball.
Fans in Bonn or fans in Paris?
Fans in Bonn.
Coach or player?
Coach.
Quiche or currywurst?
Quiche.
Have you eaten currywurst? so
Yes,
far? Yeah?
yes. I taste it. But right now, after the podcast, a quiche is waiting for me. So that's why I'm going for quiche.
Okay. Ritz-Carlton or HEARTBERG Hotel?
HEARTBERG Hotel,
Yeah.
yes.
14-0 victory run or Final Four?
Final Four.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
Madeleine or baguette?
Oh, Madeleine.
Tasty. That is lecker.
Yes,
oder?
that is lekker. Yes.
Adidas Arena or Telekom Dome?
Telekom Dome.
Munich or Ulm?
Munich.
PSG or Olympique Lyon?
Oh, PSG.
Thomas Isolo or Thiago Splitter?
Thomas Isolo.
Champagner or Glühwein?
Champagne?
Champagne, yeah.
Champagne?
Coop Parisis or Bloc Sud?
On Bloc Sud.
Okay, now you have to help me again.
Noisy-le-Roi or Yvelines. So
Yeah.
it's kind of Bonn or North Westphalia.
Okay.
Something like this, yes.
Okay.
Noisy-le-Roi, of
ouais.
course.
Memphis Grizzlies or San Antonio Spurs?
Oof. I would say San Antonio Spurs.
Betclic Elite or BBL?
I might go with Betlic Elite.
TJ Shorts oder Nadir Ifi?
TJ Schwartz.
Away game or home game?
Home games.
Debussy or Beethoven?
Beethoven, yes.
Yeah, so last question. Paris or Bonn?
Bonn, of course.
Okay,
Bonn.
and this was...
3, 2, 1.
Just in time. I'm curious, starter or from bench? So is this your motivation speech for every guy who's not in the starting five? So you're much more important. Relax.
No, I would say like with the way how we function since a couple years ago, even in Paris and even in Bonn, you can see like we play with like certain rotation. So at one point on the clock, he's going to the court, and it is this every time. Every game we got the same like rotation pattern. And I think if the starter plays good, like they should start and play good, I think the bench is bringing like second energy.
Yeah.
And if the second energy is bad, it can go like in the wrong direction, because then after that the starter needs to pick it up, you know.
And maybe it's much more important who's on the court maybe in the last 2 minutes than in the first 2 minutes, right?
Of course. There is like this thing in the US like where they highlight more like the six-man position, you know, because this guy is finishing, like you said, the game, and he's like the closer.
Yeah.
And I think like when you are like coaching young player, it's the most important to teach them like there is like no lower job. I would say like you can start and playing 10 minutes, and you can start from the bench and play like 25 minutes.
And sometimes it's a tactic. We also experience in Bonn that you have the go-to guy on the bench at first, and then he comes in and brings a lot of energy into the team.
Yes. Exactly. If you see, for example, with our team, like Elijah is being like really good in those like last games, and he's coming from the bench.
Yeah.
And he's like usually, I would say like probably like 5 or 6 games he's been our best scorer, and he started from the bench. So he's also like really important for us. Like Kur also was important, for example, in bunch of games where we got foul trouble. So I think it's not like a big deal coming from the bench or coming like directly in the starting lineup.
So now you have to taste this famous cinnamon bread. Cinnamon
bread,
I love
yes.
cinnamon because now you have to eat it. Taste it.
That is also lecker.
Man, this is lekker.
That is enorm lecker.
This is lekker. I taste the place with the cinnamon like near the city center.
Yeah.
There's also a special shop just with cinnamon rolls and something like that.
Yes, I went there with my girlfriend.
So
yeah.
it's creamy and
Yes,
that's very
creamy with a Kinder Bueno. Yeah.
Cinnamon is the best flavor in the world. For sure.
And especially in Germany, right?
I don't know.
There's a lot of cinnamon things around the Christmas time, and
also like you know when we go into away games into hotel, like every time the dessert is Milchreis with cinnamon.
Milchreis.
With cinnamon.
Best.
Yes, with cinnamon.
Yeah.
And the rest of the stuff, they are going crazy with the Milchreis.
Yeah, Milchreis.
So I tried to taste it. You know, I know Milchreis back in France, but it was not like that popular, you know.
Milchreis, I love it.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with rice. And milk.
Not with
I love
pasta,
it.
yeah.
So, Thomas, that was your first visit, and I'm very sure not your last visit.
I hope so.
We planned it sometimes now, and I'm very happy that you are here, that you bring the success mentality to Bonn, and we are curious and we are excited what will happen this season. So many thanks for your visit.
Thank you to you guys. I was honored to visit HEARTBERG Hotel, you know, the famous one.
Now you're also famous.
Now I'm also famous everywhere.
So, Jürgen, merci beaucoup à votre visite à l'Hôtel HEARTBERG.
Gerne.
HEARTBERG Hotel, Das Interview der Woche.